trust me, you will sleep like a baby. Hey guys, what's going on? Megan here. How to maximize your sleep, how to sleep longer. The question came up in the Reddit 2 weeks ago, and I'm supposed to make a video on it, but I was backed up with other stuff. So how to increase your sleep duration to at least 8 to 10 hours. You guys know I beat a dead horse about sleep over and over again on this channel. In fact, I don't even recommend you do any of my programs, whether it's Nucleus or the HSP training, if you don't manage sleep well. It is the cornerstone of recovery. So a lot of the questions I get is, how do I sleep longer so that you can have higher energy levels in the morning and obviously higher long-term testosterone levels? All right, let's get started. Let's pick them at random. Drinking water before bedtime. Obviously, I'm going to put that at bed. You don't want to drink too much water right before you go to bed. Try to get as much of your water needs as early in the day as possible, right? So that you don't wake up in the middle of the night to go pee. So drinking water close to bedtime, that's a big no-no. Next, smoking. Again, it's also going to be a bad, guys. First of all, if you're into fitness, you shouldn't be smoking at all. But avoid smoking. It's obviously going to fuck up with your sleep. This is already well known. But once again, you shouldn't smoke, period. It shouldn't just be for sleeping. But anyway, next, taking naps throughout the day. I'm also going to put that at bad, right? Depending on where you place your naps, right? Naps are good as long as you take them early in the day, you know, like around noon, afternoon. But as you get close to bedtime, avoid taking naps because it's obviously going to interfere with your sleep. And also, if you nap, try not to nap more than 20 to 30 minutes, right? Over an hour, that's kind of pushing it. So napping close to bedtime is a no. Coffee, I want to put that at pure garbage, guys. Avoid caffeine, and I'm talking pre-workouts, caffeinated tea, coffee itself, of course, right? Avoid taking pre-workouts, not 6 hours before bed, but up to 12 hours before bed, right? Around 10 to 12 hours before bed, you want to cut out all sources of caffeine, especially if you have issues sleeping 8 to 10 hours. If you sleep just fine, then, you know, keep doing whatever you're doing. But if you have issues with sleep, you cannot drink coffee 10 to 12 hours before bed. And that includes pre-workouts and energy drinks, right? Guys, remember, caffeine has a half-life of 6 hours. That means even after 6 hours, half of it is still in your system, right? In another 6 hours, it's another half. So a lot of you guys who are struggling with sleep, you still have a ton of caffeine, you know, in your system as you approach bedtime, right? Especially for you guys who work out, you know, in the afternoon, you know, which is coming up soon. You guys are taking 100 or 300 milligrams of caffeine around 5 to 6 p.m. and then you wonder why you have shitty sleep. So avoid any source of caffeine 10 or 12 hours prior to bedtime, right? Try to take your coffee or your caffeine as early in the morning as possible. Next, lifting weights close to bedtime. I'm also going to put that at bed, right? For two reasons. One, a lot of you guys use pre-workout, so, right, that ties back to this. But number two, you don't want to activate your sympathetic nervous system close to bedtime, right? Because depending on what kind of lifts you do, let's say you do heavy deadlifts, heavy squats, heavy bench, that shit is going to jack up your sympathetic nervous system. And trust me, you're still going to be awake when it's time for bedtime, depending on how brutal the lift was, right? Remember, to fall asleep peacefully, your body needs to switch to your parasympathetic nervous system. And it's going to have a hard time doing that if you still have a ton of adrenaline and noradrenaline in your system because you try to PR in a fucking squat, right? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? When you hit a nice PR in your squat, your deadlift, you grind that last rep out. If you do that shit close to bedtime, you're going to be awake till like 3 o'clock in the morning, right? Because your body is just revved up in fight or flight mode. So avoid training close to bedtime. Do it as early in the day as possible. All right, again, you know, if you can't, then just try to manage. All right, next, guys, playing video games at night, watching TV at night, having the lights on, looking through your phone, pure garbage. This shit is going to keep you awake, guys. So cut off all the electronics, any sources of light, obviously especially blue light, about 2 hours, maximum 1 hour prior to bedtime. If you're going to bed at 10 and you're still watching TV, looking through your smartphone and playing video games at 9, how do you expect to, one, fall asleep fast and two, sleep longer, right? So cut that out. Next, getting sunlight during the day. Fucking amazing. Guys, I already have a video on vitamin D, but this is independent of vitamin D, right? You need sunlight for proper synthesis of serotonin, which obviously serotonin converts to melatonin. So the higher your serotonin levels during the day, the higher the likeliness that you're going to have enough in your system to convert to melatonin at night. So it is very important that you expose your eyes. Obviously, don't fucking look at the sun, right? But try to get some afternoon sun, some morning sun, right? Trust me, not only you're going to feel great, you're going to also get the other benefits that come with sunlight from, you know, my vitamin D video. But you're going to have a great nighttime sleep later in the day, right? Next, sleeping in a cold room. Fucking amazing. Your body needs to be at a certain temperature for you to fall asleep, right? The colder it is, obviously not freezing temperatures, right? But being in a nice cold room, wrapping yourself up all snugly in a blanket, guys, you're gonna sleep like a fucking baby, right? And obviously, the more body fat you have, the more muscle you have, the hotter you're gonna be. So you're gonna have to adjust the temperature based on your lean mass and your body weight and on and so forth. But find a temperature that's cold enough to knock you the fuck out while you're under the blanket, right? Obviously not freezing cold, because that's gonna have the opposite effect. Next, eating a large meal before bed. Bad, right? That's well known. You don't want to eat a large meal before bed. You're gonna toss and turn in the middle of the night, or if you're gonna have digestion issues because you're obviously not moving, you're laying horizontally, blood flow is not optimized, so that's gonna disrupt your sleep. So try avoiding large meals before bed. Drinking alcohol, again, bad. Self-explanatory. It's gonna fuck up your melatonin pathway. In addition to all the negative effects of excessive alcohol in your system, that's also gonna interfere with your melatonin production. Not to mention that, depending on the amount you drink, you're gonna feel like shit for the rest of the night. Sleep apnea, pure garbage. Guys, a lot of people have sleep apnea and don't even fucking know it, right? Maybe you guys are single, so you don't have a partner to tell you, or maybe your roommates are knocked the fuck out, all right, and can't tell you that you have sleep apnea. So get checked for sleep apnea. Speak with your doctor. You'd be surprised how many people have it and have no idea, right? Waking up constantly in the middle of the night, again, without even knowing it, because you're gasping for air, of course it's going to interfere with the duration of your sleep. So make sure you don't have sleep apnea, especially for you fat fucks out there. Covering your eyes and your ears. Fucking amazing, right? Guys, it doesn't make sense to go into a dark, cold room if in the morning a bunch of noise or the sunlight is going to come through the window and wake you the fuck up, right? So cover your eyes, cover your ears so that you can sleep like a baby without being disturbed by the garbage truck in the morning or the sunlight coming through the room. Getting a hot shower. Fucking amazing. Taking a hot shower before bed, once again, that will knock you the fuck out. You guys know, cold shower in the morning, hot shower before bed. You cannot beat the combination. Cold shower in the morning is going to wake you the fuck up. Watch my videos on cold showers, right? It's going to give you a ton of energy. Hot shower right before bed is going to do the opposite. Nice hot shower. And right after that, you go into your nice little cold room, put the blankets on. Trust me, you will sleep like a baby. Clapping cheeks. I'm about to nut category. No pun intended. Guys, clapping cheeks before bed. You guys know what I'm talking about. You gonna sleep like the fucking Dalai Lama. So peacefully, right? That spike in prolactin and then the post-orgasmic serotonin you get after clapping cheeks, guys, that shit will knock you out. Especially if you're doing everything else right? All the other things on this list. If you don't have a girl, you don't have a booty call, then be your meat and go to bed. And before I see you no fat motherfuckers in the comment section, watch my video on no fat. There's nothing wrong with beating your meat before bed. The problem is doing that shit during the day. But anyway, watch my video on no fat. I'll go into that. And obviously, melatonin is an I'm about to nut category because it's literally melatonin. It's literally what makes you fall asleep. But this is a last resort, guys. I don't recommend you take melatonin unless you're doing everything else correctly, right? Remember, it's all about the basics on this channel. So make sure you're doing everything else correctly. And if all else fails, then again, after speaking with your doctor, right, pop up to 5, maybe 10 milligrams of melatonin, depending on, how sensitive you are to it, or how big you are, how much you weigh, blah, 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 right? So I have melatonin myself, but I only use it as a last resort, right, if there's no other choice, because I hate taking things that my body's supposed to produce itself. But I say, guys, hope this video helps. Hope that helps you sleep longer. Remember, sleep is paramount. In fact, go in the comment section and let me know how many of these 15 rules you actually keeping. Is it 10 out of 15, 7 out of 15, 15 out of 15? Let me know. All right, see you guys in the comment section, and don't forget to join the Reddit. All right, guys, don't forget to like or share the video, subscribe and hit the bell, and buy my HSP Nucleus Overload Training Program. It's the ultimate program for maximum muscle growth. It includes full body workout splits, bro splits, push-pull, home workouts, you name it. Also comes with a complete guide for macros, nutrition, fat loss, muscle growth, hormones, including a meal plan. It's pretty much all my 16 years of experience condensed into one fucking book. You're also going to get free copies of any future edition. So visit team3dalpha.com and you can use the 40% off coupon code Nucleus Overload. Or you could just buy the shit at full price. Alright guys, I'm out of here.